So news coming in after the Central Board of Secondary Education cancelled Class 12 board examinations. The suspense has ended for over 10 lakh students. Now we are told that the ICSE too has decided to cancel the Class 12 board examinations for the ICSE students. The ICSE, like the CBSE, is to announce an alternative assessment criteria. Now, the decision by the ICSE came on the lines of cancellation of board examinations by the Central Board of Secondary Education. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a high-level meeting. This was a meeting that was attended, among others, by the Union Defence Minister, by top officials of the Ministry of Human Resource and Development and Central Board of Secondary Education, Women and Child Development Minister, Finance Minister, IT Minister. Several ministers were present in this very crucial meeting, in which a presentation was made to the Prime Minister, and ultimately he took the decision that safety and health of 10 lakh students takes priority. Board examinations have been cancelled. Now there is an objective assessment criteria that is being drawn up. The Central Board of Secondary Education has come to a decision that they will announce results as per a well-defined objective criteria and in a time-bound manner. So in this meeting, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the health and safety of students is of utmost importance. At this point of time, there is a need to put an end to anxiety faced by students. He said all stakeholders needed to show sensitivity on this issue at this point of time.
ठीक भी हुआ है, गलत भी हुआ है. एक्चुअली हमारा मतलब इतना सारा प्रिपरेशन किया, वो भी वेस्ट गया है. बट एक सेफ्टी के मेजर से देखा जाए तो ये हमारे लिए ठीक भी है. अभी जैसे जो हमारा प्रैक्टिकल हुआ है और उसके अर्लियर जितने भी टेस्ट वगैरह हुए थे सारे, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली अगर पास कर दिया जाए तो वो बेटर होगा. या फिर कोई ऑनलाइन एग्ज़ाम्स भी ट्राई कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कुछ अलग क्राइटेरिया देख करके.
मेरे हिसाब से एग्ज़ाम कैंसिल हो गई, ये बहुत अच्छी बात है, क्योंकि हमारी हेल्थ सबसे फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी पे आती है. और मैं थैंक करना चाहूँगी जिसने भी एग्ज़ाम कैंसिल करे हैं. और इंटरनल असेसमेंट के बेसिस पे हमारे मार्क्स लग सकते हैं, और काफ़ी हमारे प्रैक्टिकल्स वगैरह हुए हैं, उन पे भी लग सकते हैं, हम प्रमोट हो सकते हैं आगे. हमारा काफ़ी प्रेशर बढ़ चुका था और अब हमें एक अच्छी न्यूज़ मिली है, तो अब हम हैप्पी हैं.
अच्छा नहीं हुआ है, क्योंकि हमारी प्रिपरेशन जो पिछले बहुत टाइम से चल रही है, ये सब एक तरह से वेस्ट ही हो गई हमारे लिए. तो मेरा तो ये कहना है कि एक अच्छा प्रॉपर क्राइटेरिया नहीं मिल पाएगा, क्योंकि इंटरनल बेसिस पे मेरे को लगता है कि मार्किंग थोड़ी ऊपर नीचे हो सकती है किसी स्टूडेंट की, पर एक परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे हो जाता तो बहुत अच्छा रहे.
So there is a sense of relief because there was tremendous anxiety among students. Reactions also coming in politically. Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister and Education Minister Manish Sisodia, of course, Delhi government had been campaigning for cancellation of Class 12 board examinations. Let's listen in to Manish Sisodia.
मुझे बहुत खुशी है इस बात की कि बच्चों के हित में फैसला लिया गया है, बच्चों को स्वास्थ्य को ध्यान में रखते हुए फैसला लिया गया है, क्योंकि देश भर के 1.5 करोड़ बच्चे इस बात से दुखी थे कि उनकी 12वीं की क्लास लगातार खिंचती जा रही है, वो ख़त्म होने का नाम नहीं ले रही. दूसरी तरफ उनके मन में ये भी था कि अब हम आगे की पढ़ाई कैसे करेंगे जब 12वीं ख़त्म नहीं होगी, और अगर परीक्षा देने के लिए बाध्य किया जाएगा तो उसका नुकसान ये है कि आज जिस तरह से देश में कोरोना बढ़ रहा है, उसमें उनकी जान को खतरा था. कोई भी पेरेंट नहीं चाहता था कि उसके बच्चे को उसकी जान पे खेल के परीक्षा दिलवाई जाए.
Because these are unprecedented times. Safety, life, health, that's of priority. That's of utmost importance. That takes priority, and examinations can happen. But how will this assessment happen? What happens to the future of children? We'll talk about that. Let's get reactions from students. Of course, we also have teachers and academics joining us on the broadcast. I have Suruchi Gandhi, principal of the Bal Bharati Public School, joining me on the broadcast. Rajendra Pawar is a well-respected educationist who joins us on the broadcast. Himanshi Kapoor is a class 12 student at DPS Vasant Kunj. Utkarsh Day is a student at Lotus Valley. Pragya Prasoon is a class 12 student at Holy Cross Public School. And let's begin by asking the students how they feel today. And Himanshi, Your reaction to board examinations? Finally, the Prime Minister announcing they've been cancelled. Health is of utmost importance.
Right. So I think everybody is, including me, we're all relieved right now that the boards are cancelled. Like, all really appreciate the decision taken by the Prime Minister. And I think there's a state of clarity in everybody's minds that now we have to just prepare for our competitive exams and not go ahead with class 12 studies.
Okay, Utkarsh, is that also your take, or did you want to take the exams?
Earlier in favor of conducting exams, but after seeing the second wave of COVID, I was very devastated as many of my family and friends were infected with COVID. So I feel health is more important than conducting these exams.
Oh, undoubtedly.
So I'm very happy with it.
You're also happy? No, so does that mean books are all packed away? No more studying? You going to party? You're going to start partying tonight?
Now I also need to study for my competitive exams and college.
Oh, absolutely, because
I can
class 12th
focus more on that now.
is a very important class. Pragya, are you going to now take it easy for some time, or will you start preparing for college examinations if that is the road ahead now?
Sir, I am a bit anxious by this decision. I'm kind of shocked because few days earlier the news are coming, like sources are telling us that examination are going to be conducted on 15th of July or something, and suddenly we are hearing like exams are cancelled. But yes, we are relieved for now. But I think government should be more clear about how will college entrance will be conducted. Like many colleges have merit-based entrance, and many colleges have entrance examination. So how that's going to happen? Government needs to be a bit more clear so we as students can have that clarity that
Absolutely,
how
because
it's
the road
going
ahead
to
is
happen.
extremely crucial. Ms. Gandhi, as principal of the Bal Bharti school, would you have been in a position that exams could have been held and safely, or is this a good decision? Students, teachers, and equally important, their families have been saved in these unprecedented times, ma'am.
Well, at the outset, I would like to break the myth that class 12th board exams, they determine the life of a student. Ultimately, it's a student's life skills, his ability to cope with life situations, and confidence, and such abilities determined his success in life. Now, in order to appear for an exam, one has to be in a proper frame of mind. And there were a lot of children who were totally devastated, who were shattered. There were tragedies at home, in their families. So in that anxious state of mind, I simply couldn't fathom how children could prepare for their exams. So I believe it's a good move, and we can have a weighted average. Schools have done it earlier also. Earlier also we had a CCE system of evaluation. So we can have a weighted average of class 10th, 11th and 12th internal exams also we have conducted. And the children can be given credits. And of course, entrance exams in various universities. Delhi University has to be more open now because so far it has relied on very conventional systems of admission. So we have to be prepared to conduct more objective system of assessment. And children in the meanwhile, my advice to them is that do not take it lightly. They should start preparing for the entrance exams right now, at least 2 hours, 3 hours every day. They should start working on simple maths, reasoning, or English, or such basic subjects.
So I'll come to that aspect in just a moment, ma'am, the road ahead. Mr. Pawar, did the government do the right thing by saying cancel board examinations, that anxiety is too much, in these unprecedented times, safety is important, exams are important, but there's an alternate mechanism that can be devised in these difficult times, sir?
Well, first and foremost, I think the consideration is safety and health. And all of us are completely shaken up by particularly by the second wave. So from a health consideration, there was really no option. But there's another point I want to make, which is that it would have been very unfair to do the exams at this time because children are affected very differently. Very bright children who have a situation at home will not perform. Yes. So everybody is affected in a differential way, and that would have very significantly altered the performance across groups of students and would have been patently unfair. So I firmly believe that this is exactly the right thing to have done. And there has been a lot of deliberation. We've watched the deliberations. There's been concern from all points of view. So it's absolutely the right decision to have taken at this time.
Okay. Next, the question comes, what's the road ahead? You know, like this young student, Pragya Prasoon, again, class 12th, she says, now there's uncertainty. What happens to my marks? What happens to me in future? How do I get admission in a college? So, ma'am, in your appreciation, how will a student be assessed? Only on the basis of internal examinations? Then perhaps a student in Delhi and his assessment or her assessment compared to a student in Lakshadweep or in Kashmir or in Arunachal Pradesh, will there be a level playing field, ma'am?
We have agencies like NTA, and as I said earlier, that each university has to devise a system of very objective entrance competitive based exam where a child has to be assessed. And of course, we have to give some credence to the board exams, or the final school results. And that, of course, will be made on the basis of, the class 11th, class 12th performance, because the board has still to give us the criteria. And I think this will be time bound because schools are very quickly going to do it. And if they get it by, say, June end or July 1st week, then I think the universities should be capable or in a position to conduct, entrance exams, where children, after giving due credence to the final 12th class results, assess them internally on the basis of their exams.
No, so if universities are to conduct an examination, then have we only postponed what should have been done by the board to a university? And Himanshi, as a class 12 student, are you going to be satisfied with an assessment on the basis of class 10th, 11th, 12th or 12th internal examinations in your school?
I think that 12th internal exams, internal marks should be given, like maybe a predicted scores by the schools, or they should consider like 50% marks from class 12th and 50% based on the entrances conducted by the college. I mean, giving the result on the basis of 10th, 11th, I don't think it's fair to the students because not every student has worked hard in 10th and 11th.
Okay, because Mr. Pawar, have we just postponed a board examination, an open entrance examination by a Central Board of Secondary Education, let's say to the Delhi University, that if Delhi University is to conduct an entrance examination, won't it be the same, perhaps a month later?
Well, I personally believe that we should give respect to the school system and its evaluation. It's been done in the past by certain institutions. So look at class 10 results, for example, and statistically one can go by either by groups of science or maths or biology students. Look at what is the trend. If you look at large amounts of data, that students who were getting X% in a class, let's say in a school, an average of 75, let's say, in class 10, and they went on to get 2% more or 3% more in class 12, let's say, for example. And you can break it down into class size, into various sections. It is statistically possible to moderate and build a prediction for what could have been a possible class 12 result. Based on that, give admission. Now there is a question of scholarships very often.
Yes.
And if many students feel that they didn't get what they thought they could, then post the COVID, they should be given an opportunity to give an exam, the board exam again, and the better of their marks could be taken for consideration for scholarship, for example, which is very important for students. So it's possible to do statistical, mathematical models in addition to what schools are doing internally to do a rationalization across the board. And that is what should be attempted, not just trying to do a hurried assessment when students haven't built the capability.
But
going forward, I think it throws
still
up the
remains
need
a
for
race against time. Utkarsh, for example, Utkarsh as a class 12 student, would you want to be assessed on the basis of these results for college admission, or the government has also given you the option that at a later date you can take the board examination? It still remains to be seen when those board exams will be held and whether those marks entitle you for college admissions, or will they be already over by then? Utkarsh, would you want to take the exams or go by such an assessment?
I guess I'll take the internal exams because whenever the board exams are going to be held, it will be held after a very long time, and I guess Till that time, session would have already begun. So internal would be better because COVID would come every once in a while. So we don't know that.
Oh, absolutely. We do not know how long will this COVID stay. Pragya Prasoon, is that also your thought, or will you discuss this with your parents and your teachers and then decide whether you're going with this assessment, or would you at a later date like to take the boards? Because the government has left that option for students. They can go by this assessment or they can opt for exams whenever they're held subsequently.
Sir, but I don't think this is a choice anymore because
This is, the government has said it. No. I'm telling you a fact. No, Pragya. I'm telling you a fact. The government has said that is an option.
Yes, sir, but practically when we think on ground, it's not possible for us to wait for don't know how much time. And so we think I will go for internal assessment because I prefer examination, but at this moment, I think internal assessment will be only choice for us because many colleges will conduct internal exam for admission, or they will, how will they? So it will be unfair for wait for too long. It will not be possible. So we have to go by the internal
Ma'am, since
assessment.
the Central Board of Secondary Education hasn't come up with the guidelines just as yet, when those guidelines come, it will still remain a race against time to give students those results and for students to apply to universities in time. And if universities are to conduct an entrance examination, will it not have the same situation perhaps a month later? Because I don't know how many children at 18 would be vaccinated in a month or a month and a half from now.
See, most of the foreign universities are very flexible, and I don't think schools would take more than 3 weeks to compile all the results. I tend to disagree with Mr. Pawar when he said that we could take give some weightage to class 10th exam, because class 10th, I believe, is very, very basic. It's only class 11th and 12th, which is more specialized, where children opt for, a stream of their liking and choice as per their aptitude. So we can give weightage to class 11th, that is my suggestion, to class 11th and 12th. And we have conducted pre-board exams, we have conducted offline and online exams. So we are ready with all the data. And I don't think schools would take much time to, in fact, this would be much easier rather than children appearing for exams, then teachers going for correction, then results being compiled centrally by the board. That would be a very long drawn process. So I think schools can compile the results within 3 weeks. And by July, and most of the universities are very flexible because they know the situation in India, they would be ready to accept children as and when the results are declared.
Because that is what the Prime Minister has also sought, in a way, indulgence of all concerned because of these unprecedented times. Mr. Pawar, in your appreciation, colleges can go ahead with their entrance examination, or colleges should also go by this assessment for admission? Perhaps interviews, online interviews, because then again, those who don't have access to computers, they may just be at a disadvantage.
So I think, when we say these are unprecedented times, these are also times to experiment. And Principal Gandhi talked about flexibility. So many of the universities are using this difficult time to do a lot of experimentation, and I don't mean guinea pig experimentation, being open. So I can talk about the NIT University. For last 10 years, we are doing online, and it's got better and better. Last few years, virtually everybody has a connection. You get the parents online as well. So it's an interaction between faculty and the student. So you give a weightage for that, give a significant weightage for that, because written tests never judge the aspiration of a child, the creative interest of the child, the social sensitivity of the child, things which all are considering very important. So colleges and universities should now actually spend the extra time in interviewing students, and it can be done online. It's very easy. We're doing this discussion. So they should actually spend much more time in this difficult time, listening to students, talking to the parents, and making subjective judgments. I'll use that word with responsibility, because after all, you have to bring the children over and look after themselves. And there is evidence available. In fact, the new education policy, the national education policy, points in this direction, that between school and college, there's complete disconnect. This is the time to build the connect. And for
Very interesting.
universities to come forward and invest the time to do a judgment of the students, take the previous exams, do statistical models, and then give weightage, maybe half or 1/3, to that very important interview that the colleges do. It doesn't have to be a written test.
And then again, as far as those who are applying to foreign universities, Ma'am Gandhi, in your view, they too will perhaps take a lenient view, or will they go very strictly by deadlines as far as admissions? Because to a number of students, perhaps that would be a big challenge at this point of time.
No, they will not go by deadlines. In fact, we had a talk with few universities because we at schools are supposed to give them predicted scores of their class 12th exam, and we've been giving them, and we've been talking to them, and they've assured that they understand the situation in India, and they're going to be very lenient about certain things. So I don't think children need to worry about that.
Because that was an interesting point that you were making, that children also need to understand that class 12 board examination, that hawa, if I may, that fear, that
Yes.
apprehension, that anxiety about boards, that needs to go. Why is that? Because when we were taking class 10th and class 12th board examinations, class 12th practically was make or break.
No, I don't think that's a myth. That is what I said in the beginning, because I personally have appeared for so many interviews, even for my selection as a principal. Nobody even asked me how many marks did I score in class 12. So I think that is, they assess you on your personality, your confidence, your skills, your ability to deal with situations, and your competence. That is more important. So children should spend their energy and time in developing their skills rather than getting that cliche scores.
Okay, interesting. So Himanshi, would you look at this? It's a term that is used very often these days. Aapada mein avsar, an opportunity in adversity. So are you looking at this situation as an opportunity for reassessment of the way you look ahead?
No, actually, this is an opportunity for us to actually prepare for universities, like say Narsi Mondri or Symbiosis. We could improve in our entrance exams instead of actually giving 12th boards.
Okay, Utkarsh, is that also what you think? Whatever marks you get here, great. Just prepare for college entrance examinations, competitive examinations for entrance to college.
Yeah, I also believe that this time that we have gotten now is an opportunity to develop the skills that will further help in our life.
Okay. Pragya, did you look at class 12th as make or break, or get good grades and then focus on entrance examinations to universities?
Sir, actually, I was looking for merit-based admissions, like admissions which are prefer 12th board percentage. But look what happens. It's very uncertain now, because even BHU, CUCET, this kind of examinations have not even opened the applications form for students. So I'm very unclear what's going to happen. That if CBSE can't conduct the exams in pandemic, how BHU and CUCET is gonna do that? So I'm really uncertain how this is gonna happen. Like if they gonna take interview-based admission, that's gonna be great. But what if they decide to take examination? They can't do examination every city of small states like Bihar. So what is going to happen to
Mr.
students
Pawar,
like
what
us?
would your advice be to Pragya Prasoon?
Well, Pragya, I will only say this. Look around and see there are many universities which have learned from this period to be, I wouldn't say lenient is the wrong word. I think lenient in terms of being flexible, being open, or trying to reach out to good students, and a dialogue with the faculty of that university or school or the admissions people, if they're giving attention, would provide you opportunities to prove your point of view. You obviously are a very hardworking student. You probably have a very good track record in class 10 as well. So they should make some projections based on that, and they should have a conversation. So it's for you to search out the choices of universities. All of you always do that. And there are good choices available. So invest a little more time to see which institutions are opening to giving a chance to students to express themselves. That's where you should go. That would be my point of view.
Suruchi Gandhi ma'am, your advice, because Pragya Prasoon does sound a little apprehensive and anxious about what the road ahead could well be like.
Well, I can understand it's quite natural for children because they are really at crossroads and in a dilemma. They really don't know what to do. So I'd suggest there are a lot of career counselors that are available, and there are a lot of counselors. Every school has got a counseling cell. So I would suggest to these children that they must turn to these counselors. They will explain to them in detail about all the options available and all the universities and what are the methodologies that they are adopting or they plan to adopt. So they'll feel, their fears will be laid to rest once they speak to these counselors who are specialized to counsel children about the choices available.
Okay, but what is heartening is that almost everybody thinks that it's a great, there is a sense of relief that board examinations are not being held in these pandemic times. Now all eyes on the government on what system is evolved in marking and the road ahead. But Pragya Prasoon, Himanshi, many thanks for joining me. Ma'am Gandhi and Ms. Pawar, many thanks for joining me here on India Today for this conversation.
CBSE assessment suspense. Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today. I'm Akshata Nandagopal. Our top story this Wednesday morning is on the CBSE decision on exactly what the assessment criteria is going to be for Class 12 students. We'll be joined by students, parents, as well as teachers on this broadcast. Let's begin, however, with the headlines. 390 residents of an upscale Mumbai society angry after mystery over source of their jabs. None had any post-vaccine symptoms and the certificates issued also seem fake. Mumbai gets fresh monsoon showers. Waterlogging reported at several locations. Heavy rainfall predicted in parts of the city today. Over 10 lakh students wait with bated breath because the CBSE is likely to finally give details about their marking criteria for Class 12 today. The evaluation will likely be on pre-board exams and the Class 10 and Class 11 results. Here's a detailed report.
Will there be a grading system or will there be marks for all? Will Class 10 and 11 results be given maximum consideration? And what will happen to the practicals conducted? So many questions, but still no answers. Weeks after the Narendra Modi government cancelled the CBSE board exams for Class 12 students due to the pandemic, more than 10 lakh students are awaiting clarity on the assessment procedure. The CBSE is likely to end the suspense in the next 24 hours or so. But for now, the students find themselves in a state of limbo.
I am a good student, so I was looking forward for my boards. I was expecting above 93, 94, 95% above. So right now I'm kind of confused and I don't know how much marks I'll get.
I feel grade 10 marks, taking that into account, is a good idea because it's the closest to an authentic board exam that we've had.
Similar is the ordeal of the parents.
There is a lot of confusion now in the minds of parents because, the exams got cancelled at the last moment. The children have prepared. How the students would get the marks?
I feel that had they been told much earlier that these exams, they would be in a better position to have prepared for their competitive exams.
Sources tell India Today that the CBSE will evaluate students on the basis of their performances in previous exams. Sources say evaluation will be based on pre-board exams as well as Class 10th and 11th results. The board has also rejected reports of it following a no-marks criteria to evaluate students.
pandemic has given this opportunity to think and to just redefine the evaluation process. So the children are getting benefit, no doubt, because in class 10th, which CBSE has given us the criteria and the formulas, they are very good and they are in favor of a student.
The CBSE faces a tough task of ensuring a fast and fair assessment formula for the students. Its decision will also be looked up by various state boards that have also cancelled board exams. With Pankaj Upadhyay in Mumbai, Abhishek Mishra in Lucknow and Akshay Nath in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
These are nerve-wracking times for students, equally for parents also. I want to now introduce our guests who are joining us on this broadcast. We have Karan Gupta, who is an education and career consultant, joining us here on India Today. Suruchi Gandhi is the principal of the Bal Bharati Public School based in Dwarka. We have Dr. Jyoti Gupta, also Director Principal of DPS Sahibabad. A student from Delhi Public School, Noida, Ruchit Tandon, is also joining us on this broadcast. And I want to start with you, Ruchit. The information we're picking up is that the assessment criteria is going to be your previous exams. Do you think that's fair? Will you be happy with that kind of an assessment criteria?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. I believe that this kind of criteria will support the students who have been consistent in their performance. And why shouldn't they get credit for all the hard work that they've done in the past? So I believe it is a good medium to judge how well the students adapt to concepts. And we can use the class 10th exams because these were external exams, and even the class 11th exams, and see how well the students have performed.
Ms. Suruchi Gandhi, would you agree with that? You know, the worry is that maybe some students didn't give it their all in the previous exams and they were planning to perhaps put in all the effort in the class 12 board exams. Do you think that's a concern that many students will be voicing now?
Absolutely. I think from the anxiety regarding whether the exams would be held or not, the current focus has shifted on concern about disparity in marking, especially for good children who feel totally at a loss, and they, since in the absence of any well-defined criteria till date, they feel really, at sea. But what I personally feel is that, one, I have reiterated this earlier also, that marks are in no way a yardstick to your success in life.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this is a very, very peculiar situation. The many universities, including Delhi University, they are considering of tweaking their system of, admissions, considering the current scenario in mind. And we have always been a very student-centric and a child-friendly system. CBSE has also taken all possible efforts to ensure that students' future or students' concerns are not compromised at any level. So a very objective system of assessment with a very well-qualified team is under consideration. And I'm sure they'll give weightage to class 10th, which was the first public exam that children appeared for, and class 11th and 12th. And as you rightly said, the child has been consistent throughout. He has no reasons to worry. And secondly, another chance is, of course, available to students when situation improves, that they can reappear, they can appear for the board exam, if they feel like. So all is not lost.
The reason I ask this question is there are many students out there. I was one of those students who would, give it my all for the board exams, before that perhaps slack off. The problem here, and I'd like to bring in Dr. Jyoti Gupta also on this. Dr. Gupta, many of the students may find this to be unfair because it's been, one whole year of uncertainty. In that one whole year, there have been, a lot of assessments, a lot of exams that perhaps they haven't been able to give their best for.
So I have a slightly contrarian view to this. Okay. According to me, the children, when they are in 10th and when they are in 12th, there is a lot of difference in their performance. Yes, the consistent performers are there, but if you pick up the top 1,000 children of CBSE in 10th, and you pick up the top 1,000 children of CBSE in 12th, there would be very few common in between. So the children who take up subjects like liberal arts, they take up subjects like the vocational subjects, skill subjects, they give their best shots in 11th and 12th when they are taking the subjects of their choices. So they really perform well at that point of time. it is going to be unfair for the children who have probably not done well in 10th to be taking their historic performance and linking it with class 12 now. You rightly say that the children have gone through a lot of turmoil this year. There
Yes.
are privileged children who have been fortunate to study online, give the online examinations. There are many others whose families were also disturbed. We've
So
seen
true.
that a lot of families have a lot of loss and grief. It is not going to be fair on those children who have consistently not performed during the year. Having said that, the pre-board exams that happened in most schools are a good yardstick to measure the performance of the children. Also, some bit can be taken from their regular tests and exams that have happened throughout the year in one or the other form. Now, linking class 11, because class 11, mostly the children are preparing for their competitive examinations. They are not very serious about scoring in class 11 because they have their eyes, fixed
On class
the
12 boards.
SAT examinations, JEE examinations, NEET examinations. So they keep the academics of class 11 to a level where they do well, but not as well as their capacity or capability is. So if we see the peaks, the children peak in 10th, then they come down in 11th, then they peak in 12th again. And also there are a lot of children in 12th as well. Those whose focus is on the competitive examinations. So they may not be as high scorers in class 12th as they were in 10th. Because in 10th, they may have got very good marks, but once their focus shifts, they also kind of, start preparing for their competitive examinations. And they are good with 80-85% also, because that is what is required of them in board examinations.
No, these are
or
very
maybe lesser.
important
It's only
points.
60%.
These are very important points you made,
So
Dr.
I would
Gupta.
say that the 10th criteria was a very good criteria. That was an objective criteria. And you can't link 10th because the children are doing 10th from state boards. They are doing from ICSE. They are doing from CBSE. To be now sitting down and collaborating the marks of 10th of all these state boards and then giving weightage to it in CBSE, because the entire country is not Delhi, where all the children are giving the CBSE exam, or it's not the NCR.
No, that's a very good
the children
point.
are there.
That's a very good
the
point, and
children are
that's something that must be considered, the national repercussions of something like this. I want to also bring in Karan Gupta. Karan, good morning. A lot of the worry with regards to this assessment criteria for students is about what it means for them in their next step with regards to universities admission. And I'm not just talking about Indian universities, but also universities based abroad. Their criteria is going to have to change according to this now. Karan, can you hear me? All right. Don't think we have Karan with us. I'll go across to him in just a bit. He is an education consultant who can perhaps give us a lot more details on how things will change now for universities. But Ruchit, coming back to you, you heard what Dr. Gupta as well as Ms. Gandhi said. Are these concerns that your friends also are voicing? And what about, your admission into universities? Is that something you're concerned about?
Many of my friends, including me, have applied for foreign colleges. And most of these colleges require us to get a certain amount of marks to meet our conditions. And I believe most of the students will be happy with the cancellation of the boards if they are able to secure those marks for foreign admissions. Considering what ma'am said about competitive exams and students focusing more on their non-CBSE work during 11th and most of earlier 12th, I believe these students will be more relieved by this decision due to the fact that they are more focused on performing extremely well in the competitive exams. I'm talking about JEE Advanced, Mains, NEET. So their focus is getting good ranks in those exams and they'd rather just cruise through board exams, if I may say so. And I believe this decision helps them both. I can talk from their perspective because I myself am studying for these exams.
Yeah.
And I believe this decision really, eases our burden as to speak about what is going to happen in the future. The only question remains to be asked is that how exactly are the students going to be marked?
Okay, I understand Karan is back with us. Karan, if you can hear me, I was asking you earlier about how this kind of an assessment criteria will really affect students who are applying abroad for universities.
Hello?
Karan, can you hear me?
Hello?
We've still got a problem with Karan. Apologies for that. We'll fix that in just a bit. I just also want to introduce another student who's joining us. Utkarsh is with us. He's also a student who I'm sure is facing so many difficulties, so many questions right now. He's a student of Lotus Valley School in Noida. Utkarsh, thank you for joining us here on India Today. You know, I was getting in perspectives from teachers, from students, a lot of uncertainty. I'm sure you're also facing that in the last few months. Will you be okay with a criteria where, you know, you're assessed with your marks that you scored in class 10 and class 11?
No, I don't think that marking board results on class 10th and 11th is good, as students were not performing at their best in class 11th, so I don't think it would be a good criterion. And the board result would be an important criterion for getting admission into colleges and universities. So I think they should make a proper.
Ms. Gandhi, how do you reach middle ground? You know, some students are saying we're happy with what's being done. Some are saying, no, this is simply not okay. For the CBSE, this is a huge challenge to ensure that, you know, students feel that they have been dealt with the right way. They've been given fairness also, that the criteria and assessment is done in a fair way. How do you reach that middle ground?
I understand that it's a Herculean task to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And I would also like to sort of disagree to some extent with the proposal that is coming that we can take some weightage of class 10, because as Jyoti also said, 10th is very elementary and it's very basic. And children have not taken specialized courses according to their aptitude. So it would be a little unfair. But on the other hand, it is extremely difficult for all schools to have a uniform system of marking. You see, very often the school which I am heading, I find that when I get applications for admissions from other schools, I find a child who's getting 90% there doesn't get even 70% in my entrance exam.
Yeah.
So every school has got a different system of internal marking. So if you only assess students on the basis of internal marks awarded by schools in class 11th and 12th pre-board, most of exams of class 12 were online. So we feel that would not be fair. Weightage has to be given to the first public exam which children appeared, however elementary, however basic it might be. And anyway, it's not possible to please everybody. You know, that's a difficult task for CBSE, but I'm sure with a very knowledgeable team of experts, they are working out day and night to come to a very conclusive, criteria and objective criteria, which will be welcomed by all.
It's very simple.
Anyway, I personally feel that, yes, your schooling should never interfere with your education. You see, whatever marks you attain at school level is not a yardstick to your success in life. You have to aim at your skill development, at your personality, at your confidence, and enjoy and aim at excellence in whatever you do.
And I think we have a long way to get there, unfortunately, as far as our education is concerned. It's evolving, yes, we're getting there slowly, but at this point, it's still all about marks, unfortunately. I'm going to try one last time to get Karan Gupta also with us. I'm being told he's through. Karan, can you hear me?
Hello.
Karan, if you can hear me, just give us details of how exactly this kind of assessment criteria will affect admission in foreign universities for students. What would your advice be to them?
Akshita, I lost you. I heard you for a second, and then again it's gone.
Okay, all right. I think we will try to reconnect with you again, Karan, but there's a clear problem there with this connection. We'll go across to him in just a bit. I also want to introduce Pankaj Kapoor. He is a parent who's joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Pankaj, as stressful as this has been for students, it's equally stressful for parents also. First, they said that, there will be exams, then they postponed it, now they've cancelled it. How difficult has this entire period been for you?
Yeah, hi Akshita. Actually, it was very difficult and very stressful for our students and children who were preparing from last, say, 1.5 years for 12th exams. And now suddenly they got to know that exams are cancelled. They were under a lot of stress. But yes, on the health part, if we see, it was really good decision from the part of the government to cancel the exams. But now how they are going to assess these exams, or how they're going to assess 12th students, this is the major question. I mean, if they take into consideration 10th and 11th, classes for the exams, for their marks, so it will be really difficult, because sometimes students don't focus on class 11. They focus majorly on class 12.
Exactly.
To go through, their major focus is on class 12. So I think that won't be fair for, schools to judge students on 11th marks or 10th marks.
Dr. Gupta, then is the alternative to this, considering that they're all talking about, and everyone here on this panel has said that it's not fair to consider class 11, class 10 even in some cases for the assessment. In that kind of a circumstance, is it all about ensuring that you give a multifold option to students to choose which they prefer, and perhaps a re-exam, give them the option of appearing for exams if they're not satisfied with the criteria?
Absolutely. That is always going to be an option for the children. It was also there as an option last year, if we remember. UAE children did not give the exams. There were certain states in India as well which were disturbed, and the exams did not happen. So there was an objective criteria which was developed by the CBSE, wherein they gave the results to the children. And I don't think there was anybody who went in for the re-exam, or who wanted to give the exam there. Similarly, I do hope that this year also the criteria is going to be an objective criteria where all the children are going to be satisfied. We have an example of class 10. There is objectivity. There is also a ceiling on the performance of the school. Because if we take a school and we take the historical data of the school, then the children who are appearing this year are not majorly different from the children who have appeared in the last 3 years. So that is quite an objective criteria, and who better can assess the children than the teachers who have taught them for 2 full years. That is 1 year in 11th and 1 year in 12th. There are so many countries in which the assessments are school-based assessments, where the universities take in the scores that are given by teachers.
So do you think, Dr. Gupta, that's the best option?
Yes, I think that is the best option, because if we are talking about the objectivity of the public examination that the children have taken in 10th, and just now, like the parents said, that it is not going to be fair on the children to be taking the previous 2 years of assessment. If you want to bring in the objectivity, then the last 3 years of the result of the school also is an objective criteria, where the ceilings can be put in there. The subject averages are the same. I've been in education for the past 32, 33 years, and I have seen that the results of any school, they circle around the similar average aggregates every year. So yes, there could be some schools where the schools are new, or maybe the incremental value may have been there. But then at the same time, some objective criteria will be developed, and I'm sure some flexibility is going to be given by the CBSE there.
Utkarsh, Ruchit, would you be for a school-based assessment? Utkarsh, particularly, you said you're not happy with any proposal of an assessment based on class 10, class 11 results. What, according to you, would be the ideal scenario? What would you like the criteria to be?
I would like a school-based criteria.
Okay. Okay, Ruchit, what about you? Would you also be okay with a school-based assessment, with the school going ahead and looking into how you've performed and deciding?
So, ma'am, I have twofold thinking about this.
Sure.
Yes, I agree with ma'am that it is not completely fair to judge students on what they've done in the past and what other students have done in the past. However, I agree that there is no formula in this situation that pleases all. You know, the government has taken a drastic decision, and which was required, and we have to go ahead with one that provides results to students as quickly as possible. So yes, I would agree that we require some objective criteria, as you have been talking about, where students can be judged on their previous results. However, there is a small doubt regarding the fact of a general trend of how a school performs, because yes, overall there are a wide range of students in a school, and I would assume that considering the performance of the school based on how other students have performed may not provide results to students who have been working really hard and trying to break those barriers.
You know, that's a very mature response from you, Ruchit. I'm going to try one last time before I wrap up this broadcast to again connect with Karan. Karan, we've been trying to get you for the entire broadcast.
Thank you, Anchor.
We've just about run out of time, but Karan, just one question to you. How will this affect admissions in foreign universities for students?
Akshita, hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Karan. Go ahead.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, Akshita. Thank you for having me. Now, I didn't really get the entire question, but talking about top universities abroad, they never trusted the CBSE board to begin with. You remember a couple of years ago, the board had a ridiculously high number of students who were awarded 99% and above.
Yeah.
Making a mockery of the academic performance of students. Now, imagine 10 students from one school apply to the same university abroad, and all 10 have 99%. How is the university abroad supposed to evaluate such candidates? So in the end, grades are relative, yes, but they're not just absolute numbers. Now, universities abroad that have made conditional offers to students this year, and the condition being a specific grade in class 12, they would have to accept whatever grades in the end the CBSE board gives. But if those grades are anything like last year, then even average students are getting 90-95%, then we can expect that this year students who want to study abroad are not going to have an issue. But if the evaluation criteria is such that suddenly, because of the new criteria that's being adopted, we see lower grades overall, we are going to see some students lose their conditional offers, and they may not be able to study abroad this year. And this, of course, is contingent on the CBSE board releasing the grades on time. Now, in general, universities abroad have been lenient in terms of timings.
Okay.
And if the results are delayed further, more universities will extend deadlines a little bit to accommodate the students. But there's a limit to these accommodations given by the foreign universities. And if the board doesn't get their act together, students are going to lose this academic year.
No, you know, that's such an important point. I wish you could have joined us earlier to have also discussed that. Unfortunately, I've completely run out of time. Thanks, Karan. I'd like to thank also Ms. Gandhi, Dr. Gupta, Mr. Pankaj Kapoor for joining us. Thanks to Utkarsh and Ruchit. All the best to you two as well. I hope things work out at the end. As I mentioned, extraordinary circumstances, and you can only imagine the kind of pressure that students are currently facing in the country. Let's hope that we get answers very, very soon from the CBSE. It's a wrap on this broadcast. Thank you very much for watching. Do stay with us here on India Today. Coming up on the other side is an exclusive conversation with India's ambassador to the United States, Geeta Mohan, getting you that exclusive in just a bit.
Himanshi, what is your reaction? You've seen the formula 30 plus 30 plus 40. It's 40% class 12, 30% class 11, and 30% class 10. How do you see it, Himanshi? You're in class 12.
Right. So I think giving a weightage to class 10th is still, you know, understandable. But because we put in a lot of effort for class 10 boards, to get the subjects of our choice in 11th and 12th. But in 11th, we're just forming an understanding of our subjects and just focus on class 12 boards. So I think 11th marks should not be considered. Like, because obviously every student may or may not get good marks in 11th grade because of their focus on class 12 boards itself.
Okay. Vaishnavi, what do you think? You just heard Himanshi say that, you know, it's a bad idea for class 11 marks to also be brought into the formula here. What do you think? Do you agree with Himanshi, or do you think this is a good formula?
Like what Himanshi said, I think a lot of students weren't as focused during 11th grade. I feel like in a lot of the conversations I've had, people have expressed their concerns about not scoring very well in 11th grade. But there's also the flip side of the concern over 10th grade marks being included, because a lot of the students had to do subjects that they didn't like in 10th grade. So, for example, a humanities student would have had to do science as well. And it's not sort of fair to consider the science marks to evaluate someone who's now doing humanities. But overall, I do think it's a good formula, because children who have been consistently performing well would score marks even now.
Yeah.
But now, I think those who would have wanted to improve towards the end would not have the opportunity to do so in this formula.
Kavya, what do you think? You know, students who, you know, haven't performed well in 11 are going to have sleepless nights now. And let me make a confession. If I was among you right now in class 12, I would have felt the same way, because I did really well in class 10, didn't do so well in class 11. And, you know, of course, there was no corona that time, so we had our board exams. But if someone gave me a formula like this, I've got to be honest with you guys, it would have been pretty scary for me. How do you feel, Kavya?
On the one hand, I agree with what Shivani was saying about the 10th grade results, but it's good that they're considering the best of 3 instead of having an average of all the subjects. As far as 11th grade marks are concerned, that they can be a bit dicey, because for a student, even for a serious student, may be possible that because they were very new to the subject, they didn't have a proper understanding of it, and they probably didn't score as well as they have, or they did not live up to their potential, and they don't score as well they could have in the final grade 12 exam. And there's so many, and 11th grade, because it's not viewed as an academically serious year in comparison to 12th grade, a lot of people might also focus on other things, for example, on the extracurricular activities. So there definitely is that factor. And lastly, every school has had a different question paper, a different way of evaluating their students throughout 11th and 12th grade. So of course, it won't necessarily be a level playing field for all students.
नमस्कार, तेज मुकाबला देख रहे हैं आप। मैं हूं आपके साथ मिशा बाजवा चौधरी। 12वीं के बच्चों के बीच रिजल्ट्स को लेकर सबसे बड़ा सस्पेंस जो है था वो खत्म हो गया है। सीबीएसई ने 12वीं की परीक्षाओं के रिजल्ट का फॉर्मूला तय कर लिया है, उसका ऐलान कर दिया है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में उसे जमा करा दिया है। 12वीं के बच्चों का रिजल्ट अब 10वीं 11वीं के बोर्ड के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा और 12वीं के प्री बोर्ड के आधार पर तय किया जाएगा। रिजल्ट में 10वीं क्लास के 30%, 11वीं क्लास के 30% और 12वीं प्री बोर्ड के 40% अंक जुड़ेंगे। 31 जुलाई तक नतीजों का ऐलान किया जाएगा, लेकिन इस फॉर्मूले को लेकर स्टूडेंट्स ज्यादा खुश नजर नहीं आ रहे। पेरेंट्स के मन में भी तमाम तरह के सवाल हैं। आज इन्हीं सवालों और इन्हीं दुविधाओं को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे तेज मुकाबला में। ये रिजल्ट इम्तिहान लेंगे। हमारे मेहमानों का रुख करें उससे पहले आपको सुनवाते हैं कि रिजल्ट के फॉर्मूले पर स्टूडेंट्स का क्या कहना है।
स्कूल में बच्चे शिक्षक दोनों हैं, तो शिक्षक से शुरुआत करते हैं क्योंकि इवैल्यूएशन कहीं ना कहीं उनसे शुरुआत होगी। सबसे पहले बच्चों पे जाऊं, 30-30-40 का ये फॉर्मूला। 10वीं की परीक्षा का टेम्परामेंट अलग होता है, विषय अलग होते हैं, 11वीं 12वीं विषय अलग होते हैं। क्या ये आधार बच्चों को फायदा दे पाएगा?
देखिए ऐसा है, अब सीबीएसई को किसी ऑब्जेक्टिव क्राइटेरिया पे आना था तो उन्होंने ये डिसाइड किया है, तो मुझे लगता है कि उन्होंने काफ़ी सोच समझकर इस निर्णय पे वो पहुंचे होंगे ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चे इससे बेनिफिट ले सकें। बाकी उम्मीद यही है कि ये क्राइटेरिया सक्सेसफुल होना चाहिए, बट हालांकि फिर भी मैं ये कहूँगी कि थोड़ा सा क्राइटेरिया पे अगर 30% और 30% 10th और 11th का थोड़ा रिड्यूस कर दे तो ज़्यादा बेटर है।
जो समय था वो बहुत प्रतिकूल था, आप देखिए दुनिया भर में जिस तरह की महामारी थी, लेकिन भविष्य भी इंपॉर्टेंट। अब आगे आप प्रतियोगी परीक्षाओं की तैयारी करेंगे, इस इवैल्यूएशन का आधार आपके लिए कितना कारगर?
सर जो ये वैल्यूएशन का जो मेथड होगा 30-30-40 का, इसमें जो 30% 11th का है, बस वो आधार थोड़ा कम होना चाहिए उसका, क्योंकि 11th का जो है बच्चे जो है समझने में बहुत ज़्यादा ही टाइम लगा देते हैं। प्लस अब जो है हमारा आगे जाके हमने किसी ने सोचा नहीं था कि 12वीं में ऐसा हमारे साथ होगा, ये सब कुछ हमारे लिए नया था, तो 12वीं के हिसाब से ही हमारा ज़्यादा वेटेज देना चाहिए।
कुछ और छात्र हम जम जाएंगे, माइक आप उनको दे और ये बताएं कि 11वीं में छात्र क्या उतनी ही मेहनत करते हैं जो वो 12वीं की परीक्षाओं के लिए, प्रतियोगी परीक्षाओं के लिए तैयारी करते हैं, और 30% का फॉर्मूला क्या कारगर होगा?
नहीं सर, क्योंकि कई बार ऐसा होता है, हमें सब लोग कॉम्पिटिटिव नहीं सोचते हैं। कई बच्चे ऐसे भी होते हैं जो 12वीं में शुरू से जुटकर डीयू या कोई भी अच्छे कॉलेज में एडमिशन लेना चाहते हैं, तो उनके लिए सिर्फ और सिर्फ 12वीं इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, ना कि 11वीं। तो 11वीं में बच्चे अपने सब्जेक्ट से घुलते मिलते हैं और सिर्फ विषय को समझने में अपनी पूरी रुचि लगा देते हैं, और 12वीं में वो नंबरों के लिए अपनी मेहनत करते हैं।
10 होता है कि 10वीं में बच्चे जो मेहनत करते हैं वो नंबर कई बार कम हो, लेकिन 11वीं 12वीं में वो ज्यादा ध्यान देते हैं। 10वीं का 30% का फॉर्मूला आपके लिए कितना फायदेमंद होगा? ऐसे भी
जो बच्चे 11वीं 12वीं में मोटिव रखते हैं मेहनत करने का, वो 10वीं से करके आते हैं, क्योंकि 10वीं कहीं ना कहीं उनको एक बहुत अच्छा बेस प्रोवाइड करती है। तो मेरे अकॉर्डिंग 10वीं का इवैल्यूएशन 30% बहुत कई हद तक फेयर है, बट जहाँ तक मैं बात करूँ 11वीं की, 11वीं में आके हमें चीज़ों को समझने में काफ़ी देर लग जाती है, अपने सब्जेक्ट्स को, अपने विषयों को, तो हम 11वीं को इतना सीरियसली नहीं ले पाते जितना हम मेहनत 12th के बोर्ड एग्जाम के लिए करते। एक रात पहले हम जितनी जी जान लगाते हैं, हम वो किसी रात में इतनी मेहनत नहीं कर पाते।
तो स्टूडेंट्स काफ़ी हद तक कहें तो कंफ्यूज्ड और नाखुश नज़र आ रहे हैं इस फॉर्मूला से। इस मसले पर सीबीएसई एग्जाम कंट्रोलर का क्या कहना है वो भी सुन लेते हैं।
अब की बार बहुत विषम परिस्थितियां हमारे सामने हैं, और विषम परिस्थितियां इस तरीके से हैं कि परीक्षा के बाद रिजल्ट निकलना चाहिए था, परीक्षाएं नहीं हो रही हैं और उसके बिना हमको रिजल्ट निकालना है। तो बच्चे का सही मूल्यांकन हो, सही स्थिति उसके बारे में हमको ज्ञात हो, इसलिए हम लोगों ने जो कमेटी बनी उन्होंने ये डिसाइड किया कि कक्षा 10, कक्षा 11 और कक्षा 12 बच्चे की जो परफॉर्मेंस है उस परफॉर्मेंस के बिहाफ पर हम कोई एक ऐसा क्राइटेरिया डेवलप करें जिससे कि उसका रिजल्ट लगभग उसी तरीके का निकल कर आ पाए कि यदि एग्ज़ाम होता और वो एग्ज़ाम में बैठता और उसके बाद उसका परीक्षाफल घोषित होता। अब कई बार बच्चों का होता है कि कक्षा 10 में वो बच्चे बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाते हैं, आगे जाके सिंसियर होते हैं। ये बात हमारे समक्ष थी, हमारे ध्यान में थी, इसलिए हम लोगों ने कहा कि बच्चे ने जो 3 मुख्य विषय, जो ऐसे विषय हैं जिसमें उसके सबसे अच्छे नंबर आए हैं, उनका हम मीन मार्क्स ले लेंगे। तो 3 के अगर मीन मार्क्स लिए तो अच्छा हो गया। अब वो 3 के मीन मार्क्स 5 सब्जेक्ट में जो है 12th के ऐड कर दिए जाएंगे।
30-30-40 क्या ये बेस्ट फॉर्मूला है? इस पर बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ हमारे मेहमान जुड़ रहे हैं, उनसे आपका तारुफ करा देती हूँ। हमारे साथ उनिका मेहरोत्रा जी जुड़ रही हैं, आप प्रिंसिपल हैं कालका पब्लिक स्कूल की। हमारे साथ पलक देधा जुड़ रही हैं, आप क्लास 12th की स्टूडेंट है, यानी जिस पे सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट होने वाला है। आप स्टूडेंट हैं मदर मैरी स्कूल से। और सुरुचि गांधी हमारे साथ जुड़ रही हैं, आप प्रिंसिपल हैं बाल भारती स्कूल से। बहुत बहुत स्वागत है मेरे तीनों मेहमानों का। सबसे पहले ओनिका जी आप ही का रुख कर लेती हूँ। सीबीएसई ने जो ये फॉर्मूला दिया है, क्या ये आपको लगता है कि ये बेस्ट फॉर्मूला है?
निशा जी, अब देखिए जिस तरह से अनप्रेसिडेंट सिचुएशंस हैं, अब समय आ गया है कि इफ्स एंड बट्स को विराम दें, बिकॉज बच्चों ने बहुत स्ट्रेस झेला है, अपने ऊपर तो झेला ये पढ़ाई का, पर फैमिली का जो उन्होंने स्ट्रेस देखा है, इतना डीप स्कार उनके मन में है। तो अब ये समय आ गया है आगे कदम क्या लेने वाले हैं, और सीबीएसई पे हमें ट्रस्ट करना चाहिए। जिस बोर्ड से आप 10वीं पास करके निकलते हैं, जिनके मार्क्स आप इतना खुश होते हैं, वही बोर्ड आपके लिए एक फॉर्मूला लेके आया है। एक्सपर्ट्स उनके पास हैं, साइंटिफिक तरीके से उन्होंने किया होगा। आप ध्यान रखिए, एजुकेशन चाइल्ड सेंट्रिक है, कोई भी बोर्ड नहीं चाहेगा बच्चों का नुकसान होगा। ऐसे सिचुएशन में जब समय इतना बीत चुका है, कॉलेज की एडमिशन आपके बिल्कुल सामने खड़ी है, आपको एक हल निकालना है। हल बेहतरीन है, अब बच्चों को सिर्फ देखना है। देखिए अंदाजा बच्चों को हो जाता है निशा जी कि 10th में कितने आए हैं, उनके पास
ठीक है, यानी आप कह रहे हैं कि ये अब इस पे डिस्कशंस पे विराम लग जाना चाहिए, दिस इज द बेस्ट सीबीएसई कुड डू एंड दैट्स द बेस्ट डिसीजन दे हैव टेकन। सुरुचि जी, आपसे भी एक रिएक्शन चाहूंगी, डू यू थिंक दिस इज द बेस्ट सोल्यूशन?
देखिए, एक ऐसा यूनिफॉर्म तो सिस्टम नहीं बन सकता जिसमें सभी खुश हो जाएं। इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू प्लीज एवरीबडी, बट जैसे मैम ने कहा कि गिवन सर्कमस्टांसेस में एंजाइटी को एंड करने का और एक कंक्लूसिव, बिकॉज चिल्ड्रन आर लूजिंग टाइम, उनको फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज में अप्लाई करना है, उनको हायर एजुकेशन के लिए ट्राई करना है, तो हमें रिजल्ट्स जल्दी से जल्दी उनको देने हैं। और जल्दी भी नहीं, उनको एक कंसिस्टेंट उनकी परफॉर्मेंस 3 सालों की हम असेस कर रहे हैं। मैं जानती हूँ कि 10th में जैसे ये थोड़ा सा अनफेयर बच्चों को लग रहा है।
ठीक है, अब इस पे आएंगे कि क्या अनफेयर है और किस तरह से ये फॉर्मूला कंक्लूड किया गया, लेकिन उससे पहले भुक्तभोगी यानी स्टूडेंट्स, 12वीं की स्टूडेंट है पलक हमारे साथ जुड़ी हुई। आपने कहा एंजाइटी को एंड करता है ये फॉर्मूला, कर देना चाहिए। पलक, एंजाइटी एंड हुई या बढ़ गई?
मैम एक्चुअली मेरी तो एंजाइटी बढ़ गई है, क्योंकि हम लोगों के 11th में और 10th में इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट नहीं रहता है, क्योंकि स्पेशली 11th में रिजल्ट नहीं रहता है क्योंकि टीचर्स ऑलरेडी स्ट्रिक्ट मार्किंग करती है ताकि हम 12th में अच्छा परफॉर्म करें। पर इस साल 12th की एग्जामिनेशन नहीं हुई है और 12th की सिर्फ प्री बोर्ड की भी वेटेज सिर्फ 40% है। तो अगर अब हमारा 30% 11th का लिया जाएगा तो ऑब्वियसली हमारी परसेंटेज एकदम से ड्रॉप हो जाएगी। तो मेरे लिए तो एक बहुत बड़ा प्रेशर है सर पे कि मेरी परसेंटेज अच्छी आ भी पाएगी या नहीं।
मुझे लगता है बहुत से स्टूडेंट्स तो घर बैठे कैलकुलेट करना शुरू कर चुके होंगे कि इस फॉर्मूला के हिसाब से हमारा क्या हाल होगा। हमारे साथ कोलकाता से भी स्टूडेंट जुड़ रहे हैं, उनका भी सवाल आप तक पहुंचाते हैं अनिका जी और सुरुचि जी, फिर आपका रुख करेंगे। क्या कहते हैं कोलकाता के स्टूडेंट, जरा सुनिए।
थोड़े एक्सटेंट तक दिस इज़ फेयर, ये फेयर है, पर मगर अभी भी बहुत क्लैरिटी नहीं है इस बात पे कि किस बेसिस पे वो लोग एग्जैक्टली परसेंटेज कैलकुलेट करेंगे। 30% में भी क्या क्या इंक्लूड होगा, क्या नहीं होगा। तो अभी भी थोड़ा डर है हम लोग के अंदर कि फिर एंड में वो रिजल्ट हम लोग के लिए सेटिस्फैक्ट्री होगा या फिर हम लोग उसको रीवैल्यूएशन के लिए वापस दे पाएंगे या नहीं। तो अभी भी कुछ कन्फ्यूजन ही है, तो आई डोंट थिंक ये एकदम सही डिसीजन था।
अब उन लोग जो डिसाइड किया है वो किया है, बट हम लोग के हिसाब से हम लोग कभी प्रिपेयर नहीं था कि 10-11 का मार्क्स हम लोग का इसमें इन्वॉल्व हुआ क्लास 12 में। सो वी वर नेवर थिंकिंग टुवर्ड्स आवर फ्यूचर इन दैट सेंस, राइट। तो हम लोग अब बहुत ही अनसर्टेनिटी में पूरा साल रहा ही है। सो आई कांट से कि फेयर है या अनफेयर है, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे पूरा साल ही सबके लिए अनफेयर रहा है ना, तो जो हुआ वो हुआ।
मुझे लगता है ये बड़ी सही बात कह गए जो स्टूडेंट थे कोलकाता से कि अनफेयर तो सबके साथ रहा है। अब इस एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी सर्कमस्टेंसेस में किसी हल, किसी नतीजे की तरफ तो बढ़ना ही पड़ेगा। लेकिन अनिका जी, क्या ये बच्चों के लिए अनफेयर नहीं है थोड़ा, वैसे कि मतलब बड़ी मुश्किल से तो समझ खुलती है और 11वीं क्लास में तो जाकर स्ट्रीम तय होती है, उससे पहले तो 10वीं में तो ओवरऑल सब्जेक्ट्स पे हम डील करते हैं। तो कंफ्यूजन क्या अभी भी बरकरार रहेगी? और एक तरह से ये है कि मेरे आज का रिजल्ट मेरे पिछले 2 साल भी तय कर रहे हैं। पता नहीं उस वक्त मेरी परफॉर्मेंस बहुत बेहतरीन थी या मेरा आईक्यू लेवल अब बढ़ गया हो, तो बच्चों को लग रहा है कि ये जस्टिस नहीं है।
निशा जी देखिए, इसी के नाम तो जिंदगी है ना। दिस इज एजुकेशन। एजुकेशन मींस यू हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड। अगर आप ये कहें कि हम तो 11वीं का ध्यान जैसे 12वीं में देंगे, इट्स नॉट डन ना। एकेडमिक ईयर 1 साल का रहेगा, चाहे वो 8वीं का हो, चाहे 9वीं का हो, या 10वीं का हो, या 11वीं का हो। तो ये कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस है और ये बच्चों को देखना पड़ेगा।
नहीं, वो आप ठीक कह रहे हैं अनिका जी। हमारा जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है उसमें ये जो बोर्ड का हुआ है वो आज भी बना हुआ है। हमने भी जब एग्जाम दिए थे बोर्ड को अलग तरीके से देखा जाता था और आज भी है ये। तो इस बात से डिनाई तो नहीं किया जा सकता कि 11वीं का प्रेशर कहीं कम होता है, क्योंकि स्ट्रीम अभी चुनी होती है बच्चों ने, तो दे गेट टाइम, they take time to get eased into it। और 12वीं लगता है कि जैसे मैदान जंग हो गया।
निशा जी, डिस्पैरिटी तो रहेगी। देखिए आईक्यू लेवल बच्चों की किसी की हाई है, किसी शार्प है। सो एक ग्रुप जब क्लास में होता है 30 बच्चों का, तो उसमें भी डिस्पैरिटी होती है। ईच वन टू हिज ओन स्किल्स। तभी शायद नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी जो 2020 आई है उससे देखिएगा एग्जाम में कितना फर्क पड़ेगा। बहरहाल वो तो आगे का सवाल है। इस वक्त यस, एक टाइट स्पॉट में बच्चे जरूर हैं, तो अपील क्या बच्चों को क्या करना चाहिए? तो रिसर्च करें कि उनको पता लग गया निशा जी कि ये फॉर्मूला है। अब अगर आप ग्रिप करते रहेंगे यू विल लीड टू नोवेयर। तो ये डेड एंड तो नहीं है आपके लिए, आपका करियर शुरू होने वाला है। लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रेश। देखिए निशा जी, कौन से कॉलेज आपको फिट इन कर सकते हैं, क्या एप्टीट्यूड है आपका, क्या आप डाइवर्स कर सकते हैं, क्या मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी कोर्सेज आप ले सकते हैं। तो अब ये सवाल में उतरना जरूरी है, बिकॉज देखिए फॉर्मूला तो सेट हो गए हैं। अब आप ग्रिप करेंगे तो आप अपने आपको और स्ट्रेस करेंगे।
ग्रिप करने से कुछ नहीं होगा, जो फॉर्मूला तय कर दिया उस पे सरेंडर कर देना चाहिए। सुरुचि जी, आप क्या कहेंगी? बात हो रही थी कि 10वीं के रिजल्ट्स भी कैलकुलेट हो रहे हैं। अब 10वीं तो बोर्ड था, स्टूडेंट टेक इट डिफरेंटली। अब 11वीं का सबसे बड़ा बच्चों के मन से यही सवाल निकल के आ रहा है कि 11वीं क्लास को वो उस तरह से डील नहीं करते हैं। लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट। तो वहां पे उनको लगता है कि 30% तो हमारे सीधा ही कॉम्प्रोमाइज करा देंगे, हमारे जो आगे सिचुएशन बन सकती थी उसको लेकर।
देखिए, आई एग्री विद यू, बिकॉज 10th में मान लीजिए एक बच्चा मैथ्स में अच्छा नहीं है, यानी ऑप्ट्स फॉर ह्यूमैनिटीज,
राइट,
ठीक, तो ही लूजेस ऑन दैट काउंट। 11th में बच्चे दे आर इनटू लॉट ऑफ ट्यूशंस एंड कोचिंग, और 11th एक इमीडिएट होता है, उनको समझने में भी समय लगता है अपने चॉइस के सब्जेक्ट को, तो उस पे भी असेस करना थोड़ा सा अनफेयर तो है ही। मैं ये नहीं कहती कि, बट अगेन आई सेड अ यूनिफॉर्म सिस्टम कांट बी वर्कड आउट, इट प्लीजेस एवरीबॉडी, ठीक है। तो हमें एक ग्रीवेंस सेल भी बनाया है बोर्ड ने, बाद में किसी को कोई ऑब्जेक्शन है तो वहां भी पुट अप कर सकता है। कुछ एक्सटर्नल भी एग्जामिनर्स इसमें रहेंगे, क्योंकि कई स्कूल्स प्री बोर्ड वगैरह में बहुत लीनियंट मार्किंग करते हैं, तो उसकी मॉडरेशन करने के लिए कुछ एक्सटर्नल लोग भी इसमें रहेंगे। तो आई डोंट थिंक दैट इट विल बी लॉपसाइडेड, एंड चिल्ड्रन इन एनी केस, CBSE या वी एज एजुकेशनिस्ट हैव ऑलवेज बीन इन फेवर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स। तो स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक और स्टूडेंट फ्रेंडली अप्रोच हमारी हमेशा रही है। So I don't think we will let our students to suffer in any way.
ठीक है, स्टूडेंट सफर नहीं होंगे ये आपको लगता है, लेकिन पलक, क्या ऐसा लग रहा है कि लॉटरी से रिजल्ट आ रहा है? क्या इस तरह की घबराहट हो रही है जैसे इसमें एग्जाम नहीं हो रहा है, ये तो किस्मत का खेल हो गया कि पिछले एग्जाम क्या भी कैलकुलेट होगा, ये घबराहट हो रही है क्या इस वक्त?
यस मैम, क्योंकि कोई श्योरिटी नहीं है कि हमारे स्कूल वाले 11th में भी हमें मतलब CBSE से हमें कैसे असेस करा जाएगा 11th के जो हमारे मार्क्स है उन पर, और 10th का तो फिर भी देख लिया जाएगा, बट 11th का और 12th का इस साल का जो हमारे मार्किंग स्कीम हुई है, इस तरीके से हमें मार्क करा गया है, हमें कोई श्योरिटी है ही नहीं कि किस तरीके से करा जाएगा। और कॉलेजेस में भी जाने के लिए कट ऑफ इतनी हाई जाती हैं कि जो बच्चे जिन्होंने 11th में मेहनत नहीं करी, वो 12th में अगर उन्होंने मेहनत करी भी होगी तब भी वो लैग कर जाएंगे, उनकी परसेंटेज फिर भी उतनी हाई नहीं जाएगी, और उन्हें जो जिस कॉलेज में वो जाना चाहते थे उस कॉलेज में वो नहीं जा पाएंगे।
तो एक मेजर चैलेंज आगे कॉलेज कैसे चुनना है, वो मुझे लगता है कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटीज का भी बड़ा चैलेंज होने वाला है। भोपाल से भी स्टूडेंट्स की राय हम ले लेते हैं, शामिल कर लेते हैं, फिर मैं वापस अपने मेहमानों की तरफ आऊंगी।
11वीं का 30% वेटेज नहीं होना चाहिए, और इससे उनके करियर में फर्क पड़ सकता है। बताइए क्या फर्क पड़ सकता है, क्योंकि आप कह रहे हैं कि 30% 11वीं का नहीं होना चाहिए।
कई बार ऐसा होता है कि स्कूल्स 11वीं का रिजल्ट कम देते हैं ये कहकर कि बोर्ड्स में बेहतर कर लीजिएगा, ये तो सिर्फ प्रैक्टिस है, इसमें आप बेहतर कर लेंगे।
लेकिन वो सभी के साथ हो रहा है ना,
सभी के साथ हो रहा है,
प्लेइंग फील्ड हो गई एक तरह से।
कई बार ऐसा कह सकते हैं, लेकिन पता नहीं, मुझे लगता है कि ये थोड़ा सा अनफेयर है, क्योंकि कई बार हमें ऐसा था कि 12वीं में बेटर कर लेंगे, बोर्ड्स में बेटर कर लेंगे। अगर सिर्फ 12वीं का भी ले लेते, सारे प्रैक्टिकल, सारे वाइवा, सारे यूनिट टेस्ट, क्योंकि 12th में हमने सारे दिए हुए हैं।
12वीं में सबने मेहनत की है तो 12वीं का होना चाहिए था, लेकिन अब वो तो
11th में हमने सब्जेक्ट चूज किया था, पर अभी तक 11th में हम समझ ही रहे थे वो सब्जेक्ट। हम जैसे ही 12th में आके उससे थोड़ा अकस्टम्ड हुए और बोर्ड्स ही कैंसिल हो गए, तो ये बहुत ही अजीब सी बात है कि अगर ये लोग 11th पे ग्रेड कर रहे हैं हम लोगों को।
देखो, ये अजीब तो लग रहा है अभी स्टूडेंट्स को, लेकिन हो सबके साथ है, मतलब यूनिफॉर्म है, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई बायस किसी के साथ होगा, तो लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड तो रहेगी।
आई थिंक रहेगी, बट स्ट्रेस सबके लिए ऑन रहेगा, क्योंकि सबको कॉलेजेस में जाना है, एंट्रेंस एग्ज़ाम टफ होंगे क्योंकि बोर्ड्स हुए नहीं, तो अनफेयर सबके लिए है। बट अब CBSE ने डिसाइड कर लिया तो उससे ज़्यादा कुछ हो नहीं सकता है।
तो चलिए, भोपाल के स्टूडेंट्स इस बात से कन्विंस नहीं है, 11वीं वाला कैच उनके भी दिमाग में फंसा हुआ है कि 11वीं के जो नंबर थे वो उस हिसाब से उतना अच्छा परफॉर्म वो नहीं करते हैं, बोर्ड नहीं होता है। अनिका जी, आपका रुख करती हूँ, जैसा भी अब जो फॉर्मूला है वो कंक्लूड किया है CBSE ने, सवाल इस पे लूप्स होल के बारे में भी कर लेते हैं। स्टूडेंट्स बार बार 11वीं की बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन मेरा सवाल ये रहेगा कि अब मुझे लगता है बहुत तौर पे स्कूल्स विल बी द डिसीजन मेकर्स कि वो रिजल्ट बना के देंगे, और ऑनेस्ट बात तो ये है कि कौन स्कूल चाहेगा कि मेरा रिजल्ट अच्छा ना निकले। तो ऐसे में क्या आपको लगता है कि यह फेयर रहेगा, कैसे फेयर हो पाएगा ये?
निशा जी प्लीज ट्रस्ट अस दैट द स्कूल हमेशा फेयर रहेगा। ये कहना बेमानी होती है कभी कभी कि 11वीं बहुत टाइट मार्किंग होती है। देखिए जो आपको मार्क्स मिलने हैं कोई डिनाई नहीं कर सकती टीचर, अगर जहां नंबर मिलने वो बेवजह नहीं काट सकती, एक बात। दूसरी बात सीबीएसई ने ये भी कहा है कि 12th का 3 साल का रिजल्ट भी वो देखेंगे, स्कूल मार्क्स देते आए हैं, मिलते आए हैं बच्चों को। ऐसा ना हो कि आप क्योंकि स्कूल के हाथ में तो बेशुमार मार्क्स मिल जाए, तो वो भी सीबीएसई चेक में रखेगी कि आप मार्क्स को वही पैमाना दे रहे हैं जो आपके पिछले सालों से आते चले जा रहे हैं, या क्योंकि अब ये पैंडेमिक है एडवांटेज दे रहे हैं। तो हर जगह न्यूज टाइटन है, ऐसी बात नहीं है कि कंप्लीट लूज है और आप मार्क्स आपको मिल रहे हैं। कैलकुलेशन होएगी, हर स्कूल अपने बच्चे को पहचानता है, उनके एप्टीट्यूड को जानता है, एटीट्यूड को जानता है। कहीं मुझे लगता है बच्चे बिल्कुल परेशान ना हो।
ठीक है, यानी आप कह रहे हैं कि ट्रस्ट द स्कूल, सभी ट्रस्ट करते हैं स्कूल्स में, लेकिन फिर भी सवाल ये जरूर उठेगा सुरुचि जी कि स्कूल्स के पास अथॉरिटी जरूरत से ज्यादा आ जाएगी इस तरह के फॉर्मूला को कंक्लूड करने के लिए, और कोई नहीं चाहेगा कि उसके स्कूल का रिजल्ट बहुत शानदार ना हो। फिर लड़ाई शुरू होगी जब बच्चे जाएंगे कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी में, बिकॉज परसेंटेज में सभी बहुत हाई हुए तो क्या करेंगे, क्योंकि फिर आगे सीट्स लिमिटेड होती हैं और कतार लंबी हो जाएगी, और बच्चों के लिए कितना फेयर।
देखिए मैं सबमिट करना चाहती हूँ कि स्कूल का प्री बोर्ड रिजल्ट हमेशा ही बोर्ड से, चूंकि हम लोग स्ट्रिक्ट मार्किंग करते हैं, एंड वी ऑलवेज फील इट्स बेटर फॉर अ चाइल्ड टू गेट 50 हियर देन 50 इन द बोर्ड एग्जाम, और वहां उसकी आ जाए 70 आ जाए, दैट्स मच बेटर। तो हम बच्चों को थोड़ा सा टाइट मार्किंग करते हैं, वी डोंट वांट देम टू हैव फॉल्स होप्स दैट यू नो दे आर डूइंग वेरी वेल। तो मैं नहीं मानती कि स्कूल्स की असेसमेंट जो है लॉपसाइडेड होगी और बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगी। And on the other hand, the universities and the higher colleges, institutions also know the unusual circumstances this year. तो वो भी अपना कुछ tweak करेंगे admission process, वो भी कुछ entrance, कुछ group discussion, कुछ role play, कुछ ना कुछ ऐसी schemes करेंगी जिससे उनकी assessment होगी। तो I don't think that it is the be all and end all कि 12th में जो नंबर आएंगे, क्योंकि इसका ऑप्शन तो यही था grading system। और ग्रेडिंग सिस्टम जो है वो बहुत बच्चे नहीं चाहते थे, स्पेशली द ब्रिलियंट वंस, दे वर नॉट इन फेवर ऑफ ग्रेडिंग सिस्टम। सो आई थिंक इन द गिवन सर्कमस्टेंसेस दिस इज द बेस्ट द सीबीएसई कुड डू।
ठीक है, पेरेंट्स की भी राय हमारे पास है, वो भी एक बार आपको सुनवाते चले।
बेसिकली अगर एज ए टीचर या एज ए एजुकेटर या इन फील्ड और एज ए पेरेंट भी तीनों तरह से इट इज़ आई एम नॉट वेरी हैप्पी। मेरे को बिल्कुल इस डिसीजन से खुशी नहीं है, क्योंकि 10th के टाइम पे बच्चों का जो भी ओपिनियन होता है या जो सीरियसनेस होती है टुवर्ड्स स्टडीज़ वो उतनी ज़्यादा नहीं होती है। उस टाइम उनके पास सब्जेक्ट्स की भी बहुत रेंज होती है, और 11th 12th में जब आते हैं वो एक स्पेसिफिक स्ट्रीम होती है उनके पास, और बच्चों का थोड़ा एक फोकस कैरियर ओरिएंटेड हो जाता है। तो जिसकी वजह से ये जो 10th का इन्होंने किया है वो नहीं एक्सेप्टेबल है। और 11th का जो है उसमें स्कूल्स जो हैं वो बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट मार्किंग करते हैं और उनके अपने इंटरनल मैटर्स होते हैं, तो वो जो चीज़ें हैं वो नहीं, ओनली 12th पे ही अगर फोकस करें, इंटरनल असेसमेंट्स लें और प्रैक्टिकल्स जो हुए हैं उस पर वो रिस्पॉन्ड करें और उस पर अगर क्राइटेरिया बेस करें तो एटलीस्ट बच्चों को भी खुशी होगी और पेरेंट्स को भी खुशी होगी।
ओनिका जी, मैं आपका रुख करना चाहूंगी। पेरेंट्स की डिससेटिस्फेक्शन एक महिला के जरिए हमने आप तक पहुंचाई है, तो ये एक असमंजस की स्थिति पेरेंट्स के लिए भी बनी हुई है, क्योंकि 12वीं मतलब 12वीं होना चाहिए, 12वीं मतलब अब 10वीं 11वीं भी हो गया है, तो सारे थोड़े कंफ्यूज हैं इस पर। यही कि क्या चैलेंज करने का, या पहले एक सजेशन ये भी दिया जा रहा था सीबीएसई को कि जो बच्चे खुश नहीं हैं उनसे टेस्ट लिया जा सके, इसका कोई प्रावधान कर लें, तो ऐसा कुछ होना चाहिए क्या? अभी भी इस तरह की कोई आपके दिमाग में आती है कि दिस कुड बी एडेड?
देखिए अगर वो एग्जाम्स होते भी हैं तो देखिए कब होंगे, सितंबर में, अगस्त में, क्या श्योरिटी है कि कब होने वाले हैं? पैंडेमिक की सिचुएशन कैसी है, रिजल्ट कब आप देंगे? वैसे भी बच्चे का साल ऐसे खराब होगा। सो बात देखिए 12th की अगर करें फेयर इनफ कर सकते थे, लेकिन कहीं घरों में सिचुएशन कैसी थी निशा जी, कितने पर्सनल लॉसेस लोगों को हुए हैं, क्या पता बच्चे की मानसिक स्थिति कितने परसेंटेज बच्चों का ऐसा खराब हो जो पेपर के लायक ना हो। तो तमाम चीजें थी इसके अंदर। देखिए ये एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी सिचुएशंस हैं, हम सबको इसको अडेप्ट करके आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा, यही एक वे फॉरवर्ड है। अगर क्रिटिसाइज तो हम करें, माना जायज नाजायज चीजें हैं, लेकिन कब तक करेंगे आप? अब वेट कर लीजिए, फिर ऐसे करते हैं, वेट कर लेते हैं एग्जाम की, जब कोरोना खत्म हो जाएगा दे देते हैं, वो भी सोल्यूशन नहीं है। तो जो एक सोल्यूशन आया है वो पार्शियली मेजॉरिटी को सूट करेगा। यस, बहुत फैक्टर्स होंगे जो डिससेटिस्फाइड होंगे। ऑल्टरनेटिव इसलिए उनके पास ये है कि यूनिवर्सिटीज को निशा जी रिसर्च कर लें इस वक्त। देखिए अप्रोक्सीमेटली मार्क्स सबको पता निशा जी, मुद्दा आपके पास ये होना चाहिए कि मैं आगे अब क्या करूं, ये तो हो चुका है जो होना है। यू कैन अनडू व्हाट वी हैव डन नाउ। आई मीन कब तक वेट करेंगे आप? सो ऑल्टरनेटिव इफ्स एंड बट्स पे नहीं है। ऑल्टरनेटिव्स ये हैं जो आप आ चुका है फॉर्मूला, जो कोर्ट में भी जा चुका है, उसको एक मोटा मोटी स्वरूप दे लें और देखें वो फिट इन कहाँ होते हैं।
चलिए ठीक है, तो मोटे तौर पर रोनिका और सुरुचि जी दोनों का ये कहना है पलक कि इनको स्वीकार कर लें जो इस वक्त कंक्लूड किया गया है, जो रिजल्ट का फॉर्मूला तैयार किया गया है। हालांकि ये रिजल्ट वाकई स्टूडेंट्स का इम्तिहान लेने वाले हैं। समय आज मेरे पास इतना ही था। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मेरे मेहमानों का हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। तेज मुकाबला में आज बस इतना ही। आप बने रहिए तेज के साथ।